Yeah, you could tell he wasn't 100% last game. But the thing that happened was Jade Epps and Jabari McGee, they picked up the slack until Hubbard can come back into full form.
When you kind of ask yourself the question, what would State do on a night where Hubbard was not scoring a ton of points? And that was answered with Epps and Jabari McGee. Here's a chore. Quincy Ballard inside to Sean Jones, unable to finish. And the basketball will go to Long Island. So Bulldogs get a couple of opportunities down low. All right, Marcus, here's the thing about Mississippi State. You see that opening possession, you get some shots, you couldn't get them to fall. The thing that has kind of become a norm over the last couple of weeks is you see the starting lineup for Long Island. Malachi Davis, outstanding player. State saw him a couple of years ago when he played for Arizona State. But slow starts have really been a thorn in the side of Chris Jans' team over the last couple of weeks. And you see the Bulldogs starting five with Hubbard, Epps, Jones, Ballard, and a chore. What can you do to kind of get things going earlier?
Well, and Coach Jans, that's a great pass by Hubbard. That's a good way to get it started.
Yeah, lobbed it inside. Quincy Ballard slams it in. A little alley-oop inside action, and State with the first 2 points.
And Coach Jans said he doesn't know the reason for the slow start. So he's trying to figure it out. He don't know if it's personnel, the way teams are defending them, but he doesn't like starting the games like that.
Out to the outside, LIU long with a three. Here's Jaden Epps out in the open floor. Quickness trying to get to the rim, got there, lays it off the glass, and Jaden Epps will go to the free throw line and try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
That was an excellent open court move by Jaden Epps. He's attacking one-on-one in the open court. Good job of getting his shoulder by the defender. Nice kiss off the glass.
And you could tell Epps trying to use that athleticism to get to the rim. LIU is charged with a foul, and that's his first.
And Epps, he's rounding back into form. You know, he started off the season with an early concussion in an exhibition game, but he scored 20 or more points in 4 of his last 5 games. So he's rounding into the scorer that the Bulldogs need him to be.
Was a great scorer at Georgetown before coming to Starkville. And as you said, kind of rounding into form. Here's LIU on the inside against Quincy Ballard. Spins to his left, and there's Ballard.
That's a good block by Ballard. Ballard is starting to get blocked shots now.
To the corner, and the three ball is long from Jomo Goings. Just State to the offensive end. Here's Epps for three. Straight away, got it. And the Bulldogs have an 8-0 early lead here at home.
They're off to a better start tonight, Bart, than they have been in the past.
You know, you saw that last defensive trip for State. Quincy Ballard kind of came into his own in the second half against Utah, became that rim protector. And there's the first points of the night for Long Island.
That was a nice floater by Malachi Davis. He's their leading scorer. Guy knows how to score the ball, averages 16 points a game. Really crafty scorer.
As we said, came from Arizona State. Bulldogs played against Malachi Davis a couple of years ago out west to win against Arizona State. Inside LIU. Kick it out deep right side, and the three on the way. Off the front of the iron. Malachi Davis trying that three. Here's Epps up and running the floor. Reverse layup. The Bulldogs get out and transition in a hurry.
That was a great pitch ahead pass by Hubbard then. He saw Epps ahead of the defense, led him on the pass, easy layup.
State's had high percentage shots here early on. Bulldogs have hit 4 of their first 5. We talk about trying to get to a better start. So far tonight, that's what Chris Jans is wanting to see. Here's Davis.
It's a great
inside,
pass.
Wide open, and the slam coming down the right side. And there's Gordon.
That's a great pass by Davis. Sean Jones lost sight of his defender, staring at the ball. And that's what you're supposed to do. When your guy stare at the ball, you're supposed to cut to the basket. And Gordon did a really good job of doing that.
Here's Hubbard, still without a field goal attempt. And he's fouled as he tries to get around Malachi Davis. And Chris Jans now in his 4th season at Mississippi State, 40-8 in non-conference games, but 4 of those losses coming here early in the season. And Marcus, when you look at the first 3 years under Chris Jans and you think about neutral site games and how State has performed in neutral site games, this year with 4 losses in the neutral site. You look over the past couple of years of getting the NCAA tournament, a lot has been made this time of year in neutral site games, and he picked up a big one on Saturday.
He did. That was a huge win.
Hubbard missed the shot. Achor tried to finish it up on the offside.
That was a good job by Achor. That's what he does. He crashes the offensive and defensive boards. He knows that's his role on his team. Not a big-time scorer, but he works hard, gets himself in the rebounding position, and did a good job there.
And so Achor will go to the free throw line. 13-20 on the season, 65% free throw shooter. State, a team shoots 67% from the free throw line.
That was a nice smooth stroke by Achor there.
And Achor gets them both. And Mississippi State leading by 8 early on. And there you see Brandon Walker checking in for Achor.
And the thing that Coach Jans has done with this team, like he substitutes a lot. And he substitutes early with this team, trying to find the right rotations, the right chemistry.
And a jump ball is called. Possession arrow belongs to Long Island, and we will step away. 15:52 to go in the opening half. We're just underway. Mississippi State off to a 12-4 lead over Long Island.
Can you help me?
Of course. I'm here to listen. Let's make a plan. I'll connect you to mental health resources in your neighborhood. And I'll follow up to see how you're doing.
How are you doing?
Better. Yeah, thank you.
You want a new Toyota, but you don't want to spend hours at a dealership. Advantage Toyota of River Oaks has answered. With their 60-minute guarantee, they'll have you in your new Toyota in less than 60 minutes, or they'll make your first car payment. That's right, drive off in your new Toyota in less than 60 minutes, or they'll make your first car payment. And every new Toyota comes with the Advantage Plus program. Advantage Toyota, home of the 60-minute guarantee. Come see us in person or shop online today at AdvantageToyotaRiverOaks.com.
In a hurry, he's got 8 early points in the first 4 minutes of this game. And Marcus, the thing that State's been able to do is they've been able to get out of transition, 8 fast break points right out of the game.
Mark, anytime you can get easy fast break points, that just simplifies the game for your offensive team. And they've been able to get out. Epps has a couple of pitch ahead layups, and that's got him going off to a good start early.
Well, we talked about how do you get going early in a game, and that's how you do it. Guard play, getting out in transition, and State trying to press the action early on offensively with a 12-4 lead after 4 minutes of play. So Epps will come out of the game. Jabari McGee will check in for Mississippi State. And of course, Jabari McGee, 29 points his last time out. That win against Utah on Saturday. Here's Fuller. Got the defender in the air, drives down, lays in. Good finish by the big man.
That was a great job of using the shot fake to lift your defender. Got Davis Fleming in the air. Did a good job of driving and finishing through contact at the rim.
Jamal Fuller with his first points of the night. Here's Jabari McGee for the first time in the evening. Floats back. He's just a physical guard, and he's able to take the step back, and you can tell he's beginning to get his confidence like we talked about with Epps early on.
He does a great job of using his body and his athleticism to finish at the rim.
Malachi Davis steps through, uses the right hand. A little floater.
That was a nice step-through move by Malachi Davis. Like I say, he's a crafty scorer, knows how to get to his spots.
Well, both teams have shot it well here early on. Long Island's made its last 3 shots. State's hit 5 of its last 6. Here's Brandon Walker. Banging his way inside against Fuller. Spins to his right, just couldn't get the finish.
That was a good move by Walker, though. He got to his spot, got the shot that he wanted, just didn't stay down.
Step back 3 for Fuller. And here's Jabari McGee quickly up the floor, right down the middle with the left hand, high off the glass. Sean Jones with the offensive rebound. Here's Hubbard. Got it. And the first points of the night for Josh Hubbard.
That's a welcoming sight for the Bulldogs to see him knock down his first shot. And Bart, I think that's a record, 58 straight games with him making a three.
17-8, State with the early lead. Here's Gordon. 2 on the shot clock, got to heave it. And he throws up the air ball, and State will play it.
That was a good defensive possession by State then.
Rod Strickland. This is a preseason team that's picked to finish to win the Northeastern Conference. Rod Strickland, a good player in his own day.
Man, look, I grew up watching Rod Strickland. He was a big-time player in the NBA, man. One of the craftiest finishers you'll ever see. The finishes that they see Kyrie Irving doing now, he was doing that back in the days in the 90s.
Was a star coming out of DePaul in the late 1980s. Think about some of those Spurs teams that he was a part of.
Yeah, Portland Trail Blazers.
He's in the New York City Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Hubbard. This one rattles out. Here comes Davis up the floor. Malachi, he'll spot them for 3, and he'll knock it down. Malachi Davis, he's got 7 early points.
That was a nice pull-up 3 by Davis. He's a 3-level scorer as well. He can get to the rim. He can shoot the 3, has a mid-range. He's their leading scorer, so he knows how to score.
Hubbard against Fuller is going to take the 3. That time left it wide left.
I don't think Coach Jans wanted that shot from Hubbard then. The ball never got moving.
Deep 3 from Malachi. Here's Hubbard out and running. Matsuraz checked in. Hubbard to the glass, lays it in, and that's the area that he has improved his game year after year.
He has. He's gotten better at finishing at the rim, over athleticism. He has the ball. He has great ball handling skills, good strength to finish at the rim, just knows how to finish at the rim better now.
And from the free throw line, wide open look, there's Miranda, knocks it down.
That was a good shot by the big man.
Isaiah Miranda, 7-footer from Pawtucket. Drive to the left side.
It was a good job by Davis Fleming on the offensive board. State will try to impose their will on the glass with these guys.
Here's Walker. Fouled, and that will take us to immediate timeout. So Fuller picks up the foul. We played 8 minutes of basketball here in Humphrey Coliseum, and Mississippi State leads by 6.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled training, know-how, and tools to match you with a perfect sleep system designed to help, like the Temper Ergo Smart Base. It automatically detects, responds, and helps reduce snoring. And right now, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. So for the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy.
After the Colonel made his hot and spicy wings, he needed the perfect pairing. So, invented the potato. No need to look that up, it's true. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. Backed by obsessive demand, KFC wings and wedges.
Back at Starkville. Kids getting their picture taken with Bully and Miss Claus. 1913, Mississippi State with a lead over Long Island. Well, these teams have played one time before. Do you remember the first time the two teams played?
I do. I was a sophomore here at State when we played.
A sophomore here at State.
Yep.
1993.
Yep.
You led the team with 13 points. A couple steals, 25 minutes of play. State won against Long Island up in Hawkeye Arena.
Yeah. Well, Bart, that just shows you how different the game is now. If the leading scorer back then was 13 points a game, they have that in the first 5 minutes now.
Well, George Brooks actually played in that game. I think George had 2 points.
He did.
That tells you that the kind of things that got out of hand in the second half, but if they let George play. But you look back at that game, all right, Marcus, you had 13 points. And, all right, starting lineup that night. Point guard. Okay, if I give you the starting lineup, who would it be? All right, point guard was who?
Chuck Evans.
Chucky Evans. Chucky Evans was a point guard, had 10 points in that game. Who was the other guard?
Orion Watson.
Orion Watson was the guard in that game. 9 points for Orion Watson, 28 minutes.
Yep.
Who was your center? Post player.
Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker, that's right, had 11 points. And then David Domain.
Yep.
That was a starting 5 that night.
Yep.
Johnny Walker, Marcus Grant, David Domain, Orion Watson, Chucky Evans.
Ooh, that's a blast from the past.
Man, yeah. That game back on December the 4th, 1992. It's been 33 years,
Wow.
Marcus. We're getting old.
We're real old.
20-15. State leading by 5 after that bucket by Malachi Davis. So Malachi's got 9 points here early on.
Yeah, another great move by him.
Brandon Walker had it partially tipped.
Walker has had some opportunities at the rim. He just hasn't been able to finish.
Well, Fuller knocks down the 3, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point game at 20-18.
Yeah, Fuller can really shoot it. He's shooting 50% from the three-point line this year, so they got to make sure they get out on him and take away his open three-point shots.
10-3 run for Long Island. Here's Jabari McGee. Crossover dribble, takes it down, had it batted off the glass by Miranda. Outrunning Malachi Davis. He'll take the 3 for the lead. And fouled at three-point range by Jaden Epps. And Malachi Davis will shoot free throws to try to give Long Island the lead.
And Bart, I was making a joke about how the game has changed. Had we had a 1-on-0 fast break back in those times and pulled up for 3, Richard Williams would have literally stopped the game and sent us back to the locker room.
You know, it was funny. He came over before the game tonight, and they were talking about that game. And he said, Marcus, I know you may have led the team in scoring, but you had 5 turnovers. That's the first thing you look for. Well, you had 5 turnovers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to talk about positives. I'm going to be your coach here.
Yeah, it was Richard Williams for you, man.
Long Island led that game by 10 at the half, and then stayed able to hold Long Island to just 21% shooting in the second half. And that's what you were talking about, is what was talked about at halftime. I guarantee you couldn't repeat on the air what Richard Williams said at the half that night.
Absolutely not.
And Malachi Davis, it's all 3 free throws, and Long Island has a 1-point lead.
The Bulldogs, they have to get a flow on the offensive end. There's been a lot of one-on-one lately. They need to get the ball moving, some player movement, and get some easier shots. It's just been one-on-one lately.
Five on the shot clock. Partially blocked. And you have to give Long Island credit because they've slowed this thing down a little bit and making Mississippi State settle in the half court.
They're doing a really good job of guarding in the half court.
Malachi Davis. State got out of transition early and got some fast break points. And
well, State was getting stops in the beginning. Long Island, they started to score the basketball, so there are no transition baskets right now. There's a stop there, see if they can get something in transition.
Quincy Ballard had that big, tough defensive rebound there. Here's Matsuras setting the screen for Epps. Past the midway point of this first half. Epps, floater, unable to finish, but a foul underneath on Long Island. Well, we talk about 33 years ago, but we've got a couple familiar faces out here tonight that know each other's game real well. Greg Gordon, Long Island, Jabari McGee from Mississippi State, teammates last year at UAB.
Yep.
Free throw good.
And with the transfer portal nowadays, I'm sure you see that a lot. When schools play, you'll see guys that played together on the same team last year playing for different teams, and now they're playing each other this year. I'm sure you see a lot of that.
Well, you see it in league play too.
Yeah.
Think about it when you go to Baton Rouge and other places.
Right.
A lot of familiar faces now with the transfer portal playing against teammates. State takes a lead back 22-21 on a couple of made free throws from Jaden Epps. He's now double figures with 10 points. Gordon leans through off the glass. Nice play by Greg Gordon.
What a tough shot by Gordon. Did a good job of playing off 2 feet. Got into the paint. Was playing off balance off 2 feet. Nice kiss off the glass.
Gordon had the big game last time out in the win against LaSalle.
Yeah, Gordon was player of the week in their conference this week as well. So congratulations to him.
23-22. The Sharks of Long Island with a 1-point lead. Shot clock 4. Kick out. Matsurai open look, knocks it down from the corner. That's a good kick out from Epps.
That's a great job of getting a piece of the paint by Epps. Kicked it out for a wide open 3-point shot by Matsurai. Knocked it down.
Three ball, right wing. And the rebound, Ballard. Sean Jones able to control it. Davis almost got the steal, but Sean Jones able to get it back and lay it in.
And that's a good job of Jones being able to get control of the ball, scoring in transition. But they were able to do that because they got a stop on the other end.
Floater from Davis. Right now, State's got back-to-back stops. And Josh Hubbard hit up and around the face, and Malachi Davis going to pick up the foul, and that will take us to another media timeout. So 7:53 to go in the first half. Back and forth we go here early on, and we've had 4 lead changes. Mississippi State up 27-23.
All right.
Need a new mattress but confused by all the options? At Mattress Firm, we understand that so many choices can make mattress shopping overwhelming. And our sleep experts have the extensive training, unrivaled know-how, and advanced tools to match you with the perfect mattress. And right now, get a queen mattress and adjustable base for just $499.99. So for the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy.
Good morning, Moon. Good morning, Dune. Good morning, Ocean's Tune. Good morning, Crush. Good morning, Rush. Good morning to the mother, whispering hush.
Good morning, Norfolk.
Good morning, stars. Good morning, air. Good morning, people everywhere.
The Colonel was obsessed with making the perfect flaky holiday pot pie ever since he was gifted his very first fork. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season. KFC's Chicken Pot Pie.
Well, you see Long Island, and Marcus, we talk about Mississippi State with a 3-guard approach is their triple threat. Long Island, you got a couple of guards, and then Fuller on the inside.
Yeah, these teams are very similar in that regard, as the guards do the heavy lifting. Their 2 leading scorers are their 1 and 2 guards, and then Fuller, he's a forward, small forward type guard
After
type.
review, the call on the 4 stands is a
very
common
similar
foul.
in nature.
It'll be Mississippi State ball, the 28-foot mark with 23 seconds on the shot clock.
They went during the timeout to check and see if that would stay a common foul or if it may have been a flagrant. They got up around the head of Josh Hubbard. And kept it a common foul, as you heard. So State with the ball. Jaden Epps out top. Epps, the drive. And it will stay with Mississippi State.
That was a little ghost screen action by State, where they come up like they're going to set the screen and then slip out of it at the end to try to create some confusion. Somebody need to help Ballard. Someone needs to help Ballard.
Get it out to Sean Jones. Spins in the lane. Achor with a rebound. Back to Ballard. Had it partially blocked by Miranda. And a foul will go the other way. So Bulldogs had the chance inside, and Miranda with a great defensive play.
That was a good pass by Achor, but he probably could have shot the ball himself as opposed to giving it to Ballard in traffic. But Ballard still has to make that shot there.
Long Island, Gordon trying to get it inside of Miranda. And a turnover for Long Island. That's their first turnover. State has one turnover. Hey, Marcus, when you talk about Mississippi State and how the season has been a little bit different at times, had a 3-game stretch in there where State turned it over 56 times.
Yeah. And that was early, and I think it had something to do with the competition. Iowa State, Kansas State, you know, but they've corrected that part of the game.
Hubbard has it swatted away, and now Achor will shoot free throws.
That was a good drive by Hubbard. I thought that was a goaltend, but the refs didn't call it. Achor did a good job of tracking the ball, getting the rebound, and get to the free throw line.
Let's take another look.
That's it. Ooh, that was close.
Miranda went up and popped it off the back glass.
Yep.
And Achor, who's already 2 for 2 at the free throw line tonight, makes that free throw.
Yep. And all 4 free throw attempts have come off offensive rebound opportunities. So that's what he does.
When you look at second chance points in this game, State has 8, and Long Island does not have a second chance point.
Well, that's going to be their advantage this game. They have the size, the athleticism. So they should take advantage of that aspect in this game.
Floated inside of Miranda, try to corral it and lay it in it all in one motion. Here's Hubbard, lost the handle. Shot clock at 10. Hubbard measures and fires. Got it. Just kept waiting and waiting, and Fuller stayed off of him. And Josh Hubbard knocks down his second three.
That's what you call a size-up three. He just sized his defender up, saw the guy had his hands down, lifted and made the three-point shot. Really good shot by Hubbard.
State matches its largest lead at 9 at 32-23. Led 17-8 early on. See, Long Island's really struggled of late. Gone right at 4 minutes without a point.
Great pass.
Ballard couldn't handle it.
Well, great look. The pass may have had a little too much heat on it for the big guy to handle it.
Fuller will take the three, and he'll knock it down. Big man Jamal Fuller from the outside.
And just like that, you go from having a dunk on one end to giving up a three on the other end.
And it goes what could have been an 11-point lead down to 6.
Yep, a 5-point swing.
Inside Ballard had it blocked again by Miranda. This time Ballard able to get it back and stick it back, and Quincy Ballard gets the bucket.
Good job of Ballard sticking with it. Got his shot, the initial shot blocked, but did a good job of staying with it.
And a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Mississippi State. Driving in there, Sean Jones. Able to reach in and tie it up.
And that's what Sean does. Sean's he's known for his defensive prowess, always getting loose balls, jump balls, steals, blocks. He really stuffs the stat sheet on the defensive end.
State had too many players out on the floor, and Quincy Ballard had to come out. Eight-point lead for the Bulldogs. Under 5 to play in the opening half. Jones has his pocket picked and going the other way, and Sean Jones is going to foul as Jomo Goings.
And that's one of those careless turnovers that just drive you crazy as a coach. I mean, really not much pressure. I mean, the guy who's guarding you shouldn't steal the ball. Jones, he can't make those turnovers as a fourth-year player.
So Goings at the line, makes the first free throw. 79% free throw shooter, Jomo Goings.
Young man transferred from Slippery Rock. He was all conference there last year. Been a good addition to LIU.
Back to a 6-point game. And now Sean Jones back-to-back possessions with the turnover.
Yeah. Pretty sure he'll be coming out of the game right now.
And he will, and Sergei Montserrat will check in.
Yeah. You can't have back-to-back turnovers like that without repercussions.
Montserrat will come back in. 6-point game.
And those are the turnovers that keep the game close. You know, every time you turn the ball over like that, you don't get a shot. So they had a chance to go up 11 a couple possessions ago. Now it's a 6-point game with a chance for it to be 4 or 3.
Into the corner, Moran back deep right side. 3 balls wide left, but an easy lay in. There's Gordon. Catches the air ball and lays it in. 4-point game. Here's Hubbard. Nice defense. Ball knocked free. Jamar got on it.
It's a great hustle by Davis Fleming.
To Hubbard in the corner. And it rattles out. Trying to cut it even closer. Down to a 4-point game.
This LIU bunch is a feisty bunch, man. They're not gonna go away quietly.
And a foul on the double team is going to go against Hubbard. So that'll take us to our final media timeout of the first half. State's led by as many as 9 on a couple of occasions. It's a 4-point game with 3:11 to play in the first half.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled training, know-how, and tools to match you with a perfect sleep system designed to help. Like the Temper Ergo Smart Base. It automatically detects, responds, and helps reduce snoring. And right now, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. So for the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy.
The Colonel was obsessed with making the perfect flaky holiday pot pie ever since he was gifted his very first spork. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season. KFC's Chicken Pot Pie.
All the drama. All the analysis.
State with a 34-30 lead. 3 minutes to play in the first half here in Starkville. I'm Mark Gregory along with Marcus Grant. Marcus, the story for State this season has been Josh Hubbard and what he's done at the guard position, but you start trying to find some depth and trying to find some points. You think about Jabari McGee against Utah, Jaden Epps against San Francisco, and State's gotten some scoring in other places than Josh Hubbard.
Yeah, Jabari McGee and Jaden Epps, those two guys, they've done a really good job of stepping up lately to help ease the scoring load for Josh Hubbard. As you said, last game, McGee had 29, 19 in the second half, and Epps, he's been a consistent scorer. He scored over 20 points in 4 of his last 5 games. It looked like he's headed that way again tonight.
Had 20 against Utah, 21 against San Francisco. And there you see Josh Hubbard. Limited against San Francisco, scored just 3 points, turned his ankle the first half, did not come back. Three ball out of the corner and rammed in, and it's a 1-point game.
And these guys, LIU, they don't shoot a lot of threes. You know, they have a good percentage, but I think they make like 6 a game. And I think they're already up to, 5 right now.
Moran makes it a 1-point game, 34-33. Epps with the answer.
So that's a tough shot. Like, the ball stayed in Epps' hand the entire possession. The ball never got moving.
And Gordon looking for Shepard inside. That was a hot pass, went right by the ear of Shepard.
It was a great look, but it had too much mustard on it.
And both teams have now turned it over 4 times. State will play it with a 1-point lead. State got buckets early, scored 12 early points. Things have slowed down a lot.
They were getting stops early too. You know, that always helps when you stop the other team from scoring. You can get out in transition, get easy baskets. LIU, they start to score the basketball a little better now, so it's a great step through.
Matsura with a step through.
Great step through move by Serge.
Sergei Matsura, it's his 5th point. Hit a 3 early on. Back to a 3-point lead for State with 2 to play in the first half. Shepard sizes up the 3. Trying to tie it. And here's Jabari McGee. Spins, shoots, and that one's long. Jabari McGee with just 2 points here in the first half.
And that's his shot, though. He likes to get in the paint, use his body to knock the defender backwards, and then shoot the little fadeaway. That one was just a little tough. It's a great catch.
Backing his way in, and Goings makes it a 1-point game. Jomo Goings.
That's a good job of Goings, just using his size to shoot over Epps, who's a smaller guard in that particular situation. Really good job of being patient and taking advantage of the size mismatch.
(36-35). Jabari McGee for 3. Now here comes Long Island up the floor, trying to take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Gordon spinning through, lost it, got it back. Out to the corner, 3 ball, good. Jomo Goings, and a 2-point Long Island lead. Able to kick it out to the corner, Goings.
And Goings was 7 of 22 coming into this game. He's made back-to-back threes, so I'm sure the scouting report was give him a slight contest, but you don't have to close out too hard on it. But he's made a couple, so you probably need to squeeze out on him a little tougher now.
State will burn a timeout. 41.6 to play here in the opening half, and Long Island on a 12-2 run over the last 4 minutes. They've hit 4 of their last 5 shots. The Long Island Sharks. Well, the campus of Long Island in Brooklyn, just a few blocks from the Brooklyn Bridge.
Let's see what State runs here out this last time out, see what kind of shot they end up getting.
State has led 16.5 minutes of this first half. Long Island just 2 minutes.
Yeah, LIU is going zone here.
Matsura working around.
Oh, that's great extra pass.
Extra pass to Hubbard, and the 3 ball gives State the lead.
And that's how you attack the zone. Get the ball, change the size of the floor, get the defense rotating, make one more pass to your shooter. Great job of executing on that last possession by State.
Under 5. Lob it inside. State comes up with a steal and a stop to end the first half of play in Mississippi. So ready to go here in the second half. LIU will have the basketball. Tight first half. We had a couple of ties and 6 lead changes. Malachi Davis starts the second half. A floater misses left side. And an offensive rebound for the Sharks.
Got to finish the possession. Did a good job of making Davis take a tough contested shot, but then they let him get the offensive rebound.
Goings knocks down the three from the right wing. Jomo Goings, he's got 10 points now. And here's the thing. Long Island had a lead with under 30 seconds to play in the opening half. And Lasso had 2 fouls. Malachi Davis had 2 fouls. They didn't get a whole lot of playing time in the first half. Epps trying to follow that three. Misses long with the 3 ball. And Fuller misses short. So if you're Rod Strickland, you kind of have to like the way that you sat at halftime, being down just 1 point on the road with 2 of your guys.
For sure. That's not a good pass. That's a cross-court pass with nothing on it.
And an easy intercept for Malachi Davis.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have had some, if you want to call them bad turnovers tonight, just self-inflicted. The defense is not causing the turnover. They're causing them themselves.
State has 5 turnovers, and Long Island has 7 points off those 5 turnovers. Malachi Davis, floater from the left elbow.
You can tell Davis is going to try to be aggressive here coming out this second half.
Hubbard for 3. And it will stay with Mississippi State.
Possession will stay with Mississippi State.
And Hubbard can make that shot. I don't know if that's a shot Coach Jans want right now, since they just got started in the second half and hadn't had a good possession yet. But Hubbard is more than capable of making that shot.
Hubbard
That's
take another one. And this time fouled at 3-point range.
The foul is on LIU.
That was a really good out-of-bounds play. LIU went zone on the out-of-bounds, kind of gave the Bulldogs a different look, but Epps did a good job of finding Hubbard over there in the corner and got fouled on the 3-point attempt.
Gordon picks up the foul. That's his first, but a 3 free throw attempts coming for Josh Hubbard. Makes it a 1-point game.
I know every coach tells their guys, and don't foul jump shooters. Just contest, and if he makes the shot, he makes the shot.
Hubbard has a knack for getting fouled beyond the 3-point line.
Well, he has the old Reggie Miller leg kick,
kind of inducing the contact.
Absolutely, but hey, that's just being smart. You know they're going to close out hard on you. You take every advantage you can get.
Stay back on top by 1 after 3 free throws from Josh Hubbard. Josh now has 14 points. Here's Davis guarded by Epps to Fuller. Guarded by Matsura.
Wow.
That's good defense by Matsura.
That was great defense. That was just better offense by Fuller. Just somehow threw the circus shot up and kissed it off the glass softly.
Fuller now has 10 points. Hubbard steps back. Another 3 ball. All 3 of State's shots this second half have come behind the 3-point line and out in transition. There's Gordon again.
Gordon is really explosive in the open court. I watched some film of those guys, and great pass by Hubbard.
And Ballard with a flush. And that's the first time in the second half that State has worked it inside.
Yeah. And that's what they need to do more of. They need to get these big guys involved. I mean, the guards, they can score, but if you have a balanced attack where your big guys can at least give you 8 to 10 a game, that'll make you tougher to guard. They don't get those big guys involved enough, I don't think. But that was a good job by Hubbard then by driving and dishing to Ballard.
Gordon. And now State out and running. Sean Jones steps through.
This is when he's at his best.
High off the glass, and State takes the lead back.
He's at his best in transition. Really good job of attacking one-on-one and using his athleticism to finish at the rim.
10th lead change of the night.
State has gone zone.
Here's Fuller out top. Malachi Davis breaking down the zone. Unable to finish and stay with the rebound with Ballard.
Great
Outlet
kick
pass.
ahead.
Here's Epps. And the easy lay, and so State gets the stop and able to get out in transition. Very similar to what they did in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, it's not rocket science, Bart. You know, once you stop the other team from scoring, it gives you an opportunity to get the defensive rebound, pitch ahead, and go attack in transition. Good job by State attacking that way.
State goes from down by 3 to up by 3 on a 6-0 run. Davis bounce it inside. LeSue has it partially blocked. Out to Hubbard. Josh to the glass. Able to get it to go and foul. Josh Hubbard outrunning the defense. Able to finish on the play. And he'll go to the free throw line when we come back. So first media timeout of the second half, and Mississippi State on top by 5.
You enjoy women's and Olympic sports? The SCORE Act will support them. Here are the facts. The 4 major conferences spent more than $2.3 billion on sports other than football and basketball in 2024 and produced 381 U.S. Olympians who won 219 medals for Team USA at the Paris Olympics. The 4 conferences have also added more than 1,700 new scholarships for women since July 1st of this year. Ensure the continued support of women's and Olympic sports. Tell Congress to pass the SCORE Act at PassTheSCOREAct.com.
After the Colonel made his hot and spicy wings, he needed the perfect pairing. So he invented the potato. No need to look that up. It's true. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. Backed by obsessive demand, KFC wings and wedges.
My anxiety was overwhelming. Are my kids safe? Will my mom be deported? In my family, mental health isn't a thing. You are fuerte, you are not. Don't worry, just pray. But I wasn't doing okay, so I texted the NAMI Chicago helpline. The specialist who answered listened and helped me make a plan. She helped me find all the local spots that could provide mental health support. No matter what you're going through, the NAMI Chicago helpline really will help you get through. Call or text today, or save their number for tomorrow.
Back in Starkville, 50-45. Mississippi State leading by 5. Just underway second half. Josh Hubbard will be at free throw line when we come back. Well, at the half, we always have fun times here in Starkville. Men's and women's basketball games, a teddy bear toss. Fans bringing the teddy bears to the game. We'll distribute those locally here in Starkville. Everybody getting into Grinch spirit. Was Grinch if you're not winning? It's got the happy Santa Claus. If you can pull this off. There's John Provenza. And Hubbard makes the free throw, an old-fashioned three-point play. He's got 17 points.
Well, Bart, we talked about the Bulldogs stepping their defense up in the second half. They've come out, they've held LIU to 3 for 9 shooting so far. So I'm sure Coach Jan said that's a step in the right direction. And they pushed the lead out to 6 points because of that.
Bulldogs led by as many as 9 on a couple of occasions in the first half. Here's Goings and the jumper trying to settle everything down.
Goings has played well tonight. You can see he's a capable scorer.
Back to a 4-point game. Goings has 12.
LIU switching everything. Another turnover. He's going to finish at the rim. I'm telling you, he's explosive in the open court. Gordon is.
Gordon knocks the ball loose of Montserrat, able to turn it into an easy bucket on the other end. He's got 10.
That was good defensive pressure by LIU then, though.
And a two-pointer by Epps, who had a toe on the line from the right wing. Jaden Epps has 14.
Epps started off the game scoring it. He was quiet the latter part of that first half, but we'll see if that basket gets him going.
Goings the floater, back-to-back buckets. Goings gets it back to a 2-point game, and right now, State unable to get stops.
And Goings averages 8 points a game, but you can see he's capable of putting up more numbers than that.
Bulldogs have made their last 5 shots.
Goings has 14 on the night.
5 on the shot clock. Hubbard steps back at the free throw line. Had 6 in a row.
Wow.
Josh Hubbard, 19 points for Hubbard.
What a tough shot.
That ball knocked free. State with numbers. Sean Jones of Montserrat down the middle with a 2-hand slam.
Turning defense into offense. They were able to get the steal, get out in transition, 3-on-1. Great pass to Montserrat. Montserrat used his athleticism to finish at the rim.
Well, the ball blocked at the line, at the rim, and LIU able to clean it up underneath. Back to a 4-point game. Here's Quincy Ballard. Backs his way in. And fouled by LIU. Well, State got the steal, got out in transition, and Montserrat running the floor well.
He's a big-time athlete now. They love his energy and athleticism. He's a great role player for this team.
And here's Quincy Ballard shooting 2 shots.
Ballard did a good job of attacking one-on-one there, and I thought they gave him the ball out too far from the basket. But he did a good job of being under control and getting to his spot and drawing the foul.
That was only Ballard's 9th free throw attempt of the season, and he's now 8 of 9 at the free throw line.
Yeah, they don't throw it to him a whole bunch down there. I mean, so he didn't have a lot of opportunities to get to the free throw line. He's a offensive rebound guy, drop-off guy, but very rarely do they throw it to him with his back to the basket and tell him to go generate a bucket.
5-point Bulldog lead, 58-53. Here's Fuller down the right side of the lane, able to finish with a left hand up and under.
That was a beautiful set play by LIU then. They called that a horn set, where they had the 2 big guys at the top of the key. And they did a good job of getting Fuller in a driving position against Ballard. He just used his quickness.
And now Hubbard.
It's a good block out by Fuller as well.
Fuller able to block out the big Quincy Ballard. Here's Fuller, 3 for the tie. And a foul is going to go the other way.
That might have been a heat check 3 for Fuller then. He can make those shots though. Like I say, he was shooting 50% coming into the game, so they don't mind him pulling up shooting threes.
Had a chance to tie it. Ballard comes out of the game. So Marion Davis Fleming checks in. Freshman from Canton. First time tonight, Delquan Warren checks in for Bulldogs, wearing number 1.
LIU, they switched everything. Now they have the 5 guy on Hubbard. Hubbard should take advantage of him. They switched it back now.
Hubbard driving in, and they're going to charge the foul to Goings.
Yeah, LIU, they're going to switch all ball screens, all screening action. So you're going to have some mismatch opportunities. LIU already has 5 team fouls with 12:26 left in the game, so that could be a factor.
Lob it into Warren, ball stolen away. And a driving flush on the other end. There's Porter Brown, Mason Porter Brown, who's just checked in.
And those are those live ball turnovers that just drive coaches crazy. I used to tell my guys, if you're going to turn it over, throw it up there into the band where the other team can't go score with it.
Inside to Delquan Warren and kicked away.
The ball was kicked. Possession will stay with Mississippi.
So State having that turnover. And it ends into an easy bucket for Mason Porter Brown. And a 1-point game. State will inbound it. Here's Hubbard. Had it blocked from behind. Well, nice defensive play.
That's a great defensive
by
play.
Moran, and that will take us to immediate timeout. So 11:56 to play in the second half at Starkville. A tight one here in the hump.
After the Colonel made his hot and spicy wings, he needed the perfect pairing. So he invented the potato. No need to look that up. It's true. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. Backed by obsessive demand, KFC wings and wedges.
Uninsured people worry, not so much about getting hurt, but when is someone going to ask for an insurance card that I don't have? That's why open enrollment at Get Covered Illinois is such an opportunity. 500,000 people across Illinois get health insurance through Get Covered Illinois. Most end up with a reduced premium. And that's why I do this. That's why I work for Get Covered Illinois.
Hi there. Surprise.
Stuart was exactly like you saw him on camera, off camera. He dialed it up 10%.
He changed the culture.
58-57, Mississippi State leading by 1. 11:56 to play in the second half here at Starkville. Bulldogs back at home for the first time in 2.5 weeks. Had a big win on the road out in Salt Lake last week. And tonight it's been the Hubbard and Epps show. 33 points combined for Josh Hubbard and Jaden Epps. They're the only two players in double figures. And you see the two guards at 33 points, the rest of the team at 25.
Yeah, and I mean, that's been the case most times this year, where those two guys have done the bulk of the scoring. The guy who's missing from this scoring punch tonight is Jabari McGee. He averages 11 a game, but he only has 2 tonight, so they're missing his scoring, but everybody else is playing to the norm.
Jaden Epps back in there. Drives in off the glass. Jaden Epps at 16 for Epps.
That's a nice set play out of the timeout. Again, State ran that ghost screen where the big guy came up like he was going to set the ball screen, slipped out at the last minute, caused confusion, allowed Jaden Epps to get to the rim for the basket.
Miranda back to Goins. Inside Miranda, a little spinning, little baby hook off the right side.
That was a nice job by the big man, chinning the basketball, using his size, throwing a nice little jump hook at the rim.
4 points for Miranda. Isaiah Miranda, the 7-footer. Epps for 3, right wing. And a foul's going to go the other way as Monteraz over the back. Fuller does a good job at 6'7" of getting position. We saw it a couple times earlier on in this half.
He does.
Getting position against the 7-footer Quincy Ballard.
Well, you have to. If you're going to rebound against a bigger guy, you have to get inside position and use your body to block him out. And he's done a good job of that all night and picked up the foul against Monserrat there.
1 point game.
He can shoot it.
Fuller going to try to take the lead. And the ball will stay with Long Island as Miranda bothering
Davis Fleming.
Jamar just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, you got to put your claws into that one and grab that rebound.
Goings. Lob it inside for Miranda, left it too tall.
Yeah, good idea, but bad execution.
Here's Walker. Brandon Walker into the lane. Okay, good defense by the Sharks.
One thing I've noticed about Walker, when he gets it, he's going to try to score it.
3 ball from the right wing. And Moran gives LIU the lead back.
Moran, the young man, played at Miami-Dade College last year. Went to high school at West Oaks Academy in Orlando, Florida. I used to recruit down there. I know those guys well. Good pass. Great pass.
Matsura right down the lane. The give and go, and Sergei Matsura.
That's a beautiful pass by Davis Fleming. Throw it into Davis. The drop-off pass, the athletic finish by Montserrat. Really good basketball by the Bulldogs. And that's the athleticism that he has. You can see that's his second athletic finish in the last 5 minutes. One in transition and one on the cut to the basket.
He's got 9 points tonight. We'll go to the free throw line and try to make it 10.
Yep.
And try to give State another lead. We've had 12 lead changes tonight after that made free throw. And the Bulldogs back on top by 1.
The Bulldogs are mixing and matching a lot of different lineups to see which one works for them.
And out the left side, the corner, there's Porter Brown with his first 3 of the night.
And that was really good defense. That's just better offense. That was a contested shot that he made, but the defense was there. Great pass, man.
The extra pass and Matsura again.
Listen, really, really impressed with the passing of Davis Fleming. He has a great feel to be a young big guy.
And Matsura down with a rebound. Tie game, 9 minutes to play. Hubbard straight away. Got it. 22 for Josh Hubbard. That's his 4-3.
He looked like he's back. Yeah, the ankle doesn't seem to be bothering tonight.
Well, you could tell it was hampering on Saturday, but Hubbard looking closer to 100% here tonight.
All right, State, they've gone to a zone. See how LIU attacks it.
Miranda skips it across.
That's Moran's second 3 in a row now. Somebody better cheat out to him.
And Moran ties it at 68.
That's a good decision by Montserrat not to shoot that 3.
Up short with it. Chase down. Davis Fleming comes up with a loose ball.
Wow.
And an offensive foul on Mississippi State. And that will take us to immediate timeout. State led by 1 at the half. And we're tied at 68 at the under 8 media.
You enjoy women's and Olympic sports? The SCORE Act will support them. Here are the facts. The 4 major conferences spent more than $2.3 billion on sports other than football and basketball in 2024 and produced 381 U.S. Olympians who won 219 medals for Team USA at the Paris Olympics. The 4 conferences have also added more than 1,700 new scholarships for women since July 1st of this year. Ensure the continued support of women's and Olympic sports. Tell Congress to pass the SCORE Act at passthescoreact.com.
Uninsured people worry, not so much about getting hurt, but when is someone going to ask for the insurance card that I don't have? That's why open enrollment at Get Covered Illinois is such an opportunity. 500,000 people across Illinois get health insurance through Get Covered Illinois. Most end up with a reduced premium. And that's why I do this. That's why I work for Get Covered Illinois.
Glad Force Flex trash bags stretch, fit more. So they're not only rip tested, they're loose pushing the last bag to the limit tested. Don't get mad, get glad.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 0.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus 1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Telluride, Sorento, and Sportage vehicles.
Nate Jones lines things up, checks his Fidelity app, looks to outside analysts to get a second opinion.
Then trying to rally the troops here at the end. Tied at 68 here in Starkville, Humphrey Coliseum. Well, Long Island, the Sharks. We're talking about the balanced scoring of this team. And well, Marcus, got 4 players in double figures right now, and it hasn't been just one guy. It hasn't been just 2. It's been 4.
Yeah, they've done a good job of spacing, driving, kicking, shooting. And when you play 4 guards, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to spread the floor out, let those guys attack out the bounce to create drives or open shots for their teammates. And they're doing a really good job of balanced scoring attack.
When you see those 4 double figures, Moran now has 9. He's hit a couple of threes here in the second half. And so it's really 5 guys who have provided the spark. Here's Moran.
State is sticking to that zone. They've given up 2 threes to Moran in the zone. Let's see what they do here.
Miranda out top. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Goings. Trying to bounce it across the floor. Ball knocked loose on the floor. State comes out of there with it, and that'll be a shot clock violation.
That's a good defensive possession by State.
So the Bulldogs get the stop with 7:28 to play. Bulldogs led 39-38 at the half. LIU has outscored State 30-29 here in the second half.
Surprised we haven't seen more of Malachi Davis for LIU, though, their leading scorer. He's been really quiet here in the second half. And then he's coming to the table now.
Haven't seen a whole lot of Jabari McGee tonight, who only played 11 minutes, 2 points. Here's Hubbard. 3 ball from Josh Hubbard. That's 25.
Yeah, he seems to have his pop back tonight.
5 threes for Josh Hubbard.
State is sticking with the zone.
Hubbard's season high is 29. Bounce it inside, LaSue.
That's great ball movement.
Fuller unable to finish. Tip won't go. Montserrat with a rebound.
It's another stop.
Epps finds a cutter at the free throw line. Montserrat spinning and unable to finish.
That was a good idea.
And Porter Brown. Now to Fuller out top. Crossover. They got the defender down. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2 shots.
It was a nice move by Fuller.
Had the crossover, and
that's tough for those big guys to try to guard those agile forwards out on the perimeter.
As it now, Fuller will shoot 2. First free throws of the night for Fuller. And he makes the first one good. Jamal Fuller, 74% free throw shooter.
Now, Bart, I can see why these guys were picked preseason #1 in the NEC. Now, these guys, they play well together. They understand what they do.
Had a lot of their offense coming back this season. And Fuller makes 1 out of 2, but an offensive rebound. And the 3 from Miranda rattles out, and Ballard down with a rebound.
State was very fortunate then not to give up a 3-point shot on that. Gave the offensive rebound, led to a wide open 3-point shot. That's a good rip by Ballard.
Unable to finish. Blocked by the front of the rim.
Great move, but you got to finish that. That was a really good sweep by Ballard. You got to go dunk that, big fella.
5.5 to play. Davis back in there. First time we've seen Malachi Davis in a while.
Wow.
And able to finish with a right hand.
What a circus shot by Davis. That's great defense by Sean Jones. That's just better.
14 points for Malachi Davis. Tied at 71. Epps had a toe on the line.
That's a tough shot.
Here's Gordon to Davis and Malachi for three. And LIU takes a 3-point lead. Back-to-back buckets by Malachi Davis. He's got 17. And the Sharks have a 74-71 lead with 4:55 to play in the second half. Malachi Davis.
What a
circus shot, followed by a three.
Officer, could I get your perspective as a man of law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
Let's say I obtain a car for less than you think it cost.
I don't follow.
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
Guess how much I paid for it.
Enjoy the new car.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Their biggest test of the season.
ESPN is the home of the college football postseason.
71 Long Island leading Mississippi State. 4:55 to play in the second half. And Marcus Grant, we talked about it. Preseason pick to win the Northeast, the NEC. Central Connecticut picked to finish second. The thing about LIU in that preseason poll, they were the unanimous pick.
Yeah, well, you got to think about it. They have 2 all-conference guys returning, and then they added Gordon, the transfer from UAB, to their roster. So, they got to feel really good about their chances of winning that league. And they finished second in the league last year. So I was speaking with Coach Strickland at shoot-around today, and he feels really good about his team's chances in the NEC this year.
The Central Connecticut's been so good in that league in the NEC. They won back-to-back regular season crowns. And this year, LIU poised, as you talk about Fuller and Malachi Davis, both those guys unanimous picks to the first team of the All-NEC. 74-71, Sharks with a 3-point lead here on the road and a turnover. And here comes Gordon the other way with a flush, and the lead is 5. And that's the largest lead of the night. Here's Hubbard for the answer. Knocks it down. He's got 28. One off a season high.
I would keep the ball in his hands the rest of these possessions. Let him be the decision maker or the shot taker or both.
Hubbard had the 29 against New Mexico. He had 28 the following game against New Orleans. Davis missed the 3. State with a rebound, down by 2 with 4 to play. Here's Hubbard, floater, got his own rebound. And now fouled underneath. And that will be the 7th team foul on Long Island. State will be shooting free throws with Josh Hubbard in a 1-and-1 situation when we come back. 76-74, Long Island leading here in Humphrey Coliseum.
Just like tennis, having health insurance keeps you young. That's why I love what I do for Get Covered Illinois. I want to help find people the best deal and the best fit for health insurance. 500,000 people get insurance through Get Covered Illinois. and most of them get their premiums reduced. Because when it comes to insurance, we're here to help.
Glad Force Flex trash bags stretch to fit more. So they're not only rip tested, they're loose pushing the last bag to the limit tested. Don't get mad. Get glad.
.353 to play in the second half. 76-74, Long Island with a 2-point lead over Mississippi State. Hubbard will be shooting free throws for the Bulldogs, a 1-and-1 coming out of the timeout. And we talked about at halftime about Malachi Davis and what he had done offensively for LIU. He's been hampered with 4 fouls. He's only played 19 minutes tonight, but Malachi Davis in those 19 minutes, Marcus Grant, with 17 points.
Yeah, he can really score the basketball, as we said before. Scored at all 3 levels, and he's really confident doing it. I mean, he has an array of finishes at the rim. He can shoot the 3. Really good player.
Started his career. Well, he's been in a few different places, but he was last at Arizona State.
Yep.
Scarborough, Canada native. Redshirt senior. So Hubbard has the 1-and-1. Here's the front end. Got it. 5 for 5 at the free throw line, and that ties a season high 29 points for Hubbard. Career high is 38 he had against Alabama last year. And there is the 30th point of the night for Josh Hubbard, and State ties it at 76.
I look for Davis to be aggressive here.
LIU. Back to Malachi Davis. Here's Fuller. Driving right side. Had it blocked from behind. Jamarian Davis-Fleming.
That's great weak side help by Davis-Fleming. Fuller had to step on Ballard. Davis-Fleming came over to take away the easy layup at the end. That's a really good weak side defense.
7 on the shot clock. Here's Fuller for 3. Got it from the right wing.
He can shoot it, man. 50% three-point shooter coming into this game.
Jamal Fuller with 16 points. Hits his 3rd 3 of the night. LIU is 6 of 11 3-ball here in the second half. Here's Hubbard from the baseline. That's 32 for Hubbard, and it's a 1-point game.
That was a good offensive possession by State. Got the ball inside, kicked it out, got it back to Hubbard. Nice floater on the baseline. It's going to either be Davis or Fuller.
Davis hangs and shoots. And Epps with a rebound and a foul over the back, and we'll walk the other way. And a 1-and-1 on State's end, and Epps will try to tie it and give the Bulldogs a lead with a couple of free throws.
And that was a good job of State balling up Davis then. He tried to maneuver his way into the paint, but they made him shoot a tough contested floater and was able to get fouled on the defensive rebound.
LIU picks up his 4th foul coming over the back of Jaden Epps. And so Epps has the 1-and-1. He's 3 for 3 at the free throw line tonight. State is 17 of 19 at the free throw line for the game. So shooting 90% for the game.
Yep. And that's because their guards shoot most of the free throws, you know.
Epps is 4 for 4. Hubbard is 6 for 6.
Yep.
Trying to give the Bulldogs the lead. And our 16th lead change of the night.
Wow, what a back and forth game, man. This has been fun.
80-79 with 2:43 to play.
Trying to go to Fuller.
Fuller finds a cutter. LIU in the lane. Missed the shot. Ballard with a rebound. State gets the stop.
You got to be smart here. Got to be smart here.
And Epps and throws it off, and LIU couldn't handle it. The Bulldogs bailed out that time.
Bailed out big time. That was about to be a 2-on-0 fast break going the other way.
Epps just lost it.
Yeah.
Try to save it in bounds, and it goes right off of LIU.
I mean, right now, you got to make sure you get a good look at the basket right now. You have the lead and the ball with 2:20 left in the game. You're in the bonus.
Hubbard down the right side.
And that's what you do.
That's 34 for Josh Hubbard. And a 3-point lead for State. Hubbard's got 23 in the second half. And the block by Ballard off of Long Island. And let's see if Rod Strickland will want to challenge that.
That's great defense by Jones and Ballard. Gordon tried to use his athleticism to get to the rim and finish at the cup. Both of those guys were there waiting on him. Blocked it, and it went off of him.
Will not have a challenge. Some of the assistants were calling for challenges early on. Here's Epps. Bulldogs lead by 3, under 2 to play. Jaden Epps, and he'll shoot 2.
And that's a really good job of State. The last 2 possessions, not settling for jump shots or 3-point shots. The possession before, Hubbard drove it to the rim. This possession, Epps drove it, drew the foul at the line for free throws.
Well, Long Island led 76-71 at the 4:40 mark. And now the Bulldogs on a 6-0 run. 2 free throws from Epps. Gets the soft iron. And this free throw to try to get to 20 points.
And this free throw would put him at 20 or more in 5 of his last 6 if it goes.
Nothing but bottom. And a 5-point lead for State with 1:45 to play. LIU. Davis covered up by Epps.
State has extended the pressure.
Fuller guarded by Jones. Fuller. And he'll shoot 2.
That's a really nice job of Fuller forcing the referees to blow the whistle. Jones was pressuring him out on the perimeter. He's a big, strong athlete that can handle the ball. Did a good job of getting to the rim, drawing in contact, getting to the free throw line. Good job by Fuller.
So Fuller will shoot 2. 1 for 2 at the free throw line tonight. Long Island is just 7 of 8 at the free throw line in this game. State is 20 of 22 at the arc, or at the free throw line. Bulldogs shooting 91%, 12 of 13 in the second half. And Fuller gets them both. Back to a 3-point game, 1 possession game, 1:24 to play.
That was a big possession by LIU then.
And so the free throw is made. Well, we talk about Josh Hubbard, nowhere near 100%. Last time out against Utah, he had 13 points. But tonight he has responded with 34, 11 field goals, 6 threes. Josh Hubbard, yeah, he looks 100%.
He does. I mean, and Hubbard is one of the best guards in the country. And when he's healthy, like he is tonight, he's proven why.
Hubbard had 11 points in the first half, had 3 threes. There's mom and dad.
Yep.
Got 23 in the second half. Yeah, but the difference in Hubbard, you look at the first half of play, he made 4 field goals, 3 of which were threes. Here in the second half, he's made 7 field goals, 3 threes. Off dribble penetration, he's done a good job of getting to the rim.
And especially later on in this game after they've gotten in the bonus. He's just being a smart basketball player, knowing that if I drive the basketball, more than likely they're going to foul me or I'm going to score and get to the free throw line. So he's done a good job of mixing that in the second half.
And State has been much more effective offensively in the second half. They had 50 points in the second half against Utah in the last game. They've outscored Long Island 45-43 here in the second half tonight.
Yeah, LIU picking up full court. Just a little token pressure.
Hubbard against Gordon. Drives in. And unable to finish that time. Nice defense by LIU.
That was a really good defense. Hubbard did the right thing, though. He tried to drive the basketball.
And Malachi Davis will shoot two.
And both teams right now, Bart, they're doing a good job of understanding the situation. There's no need to settle for jump shots when both teams are going to be in the bonus from here on out. Malachi Davis that time did a good job of driving it, drawing contact, forcing the official to blow the whistle.
And he misses the free throw. He was 3 for 3 at the free throw line before that miss. He's a 60% free throw shooter on the season. Trying to get it to 2. And he missed them both.
Wow.
And so Ballard gets the rebound and quickly fouled with 58.8 to play.
Okay.
And now we walk
LIU
the
going
other way.
with the hack-a-shack method. Ballard is a good free throw shooter, though, so I don't know how effective that'll be.
1 for 2 at the free throw line tonight. 8 for 10 on the season.
Yeah.
Quincy Ballard has 7 points and 9 rebounds tonight. Yeah, the first free throw makes it a 2-possession game.
It's a good job by the big fella. Go up there and knock those free throws down when they foul you on purpose.
And he makes 1 out of 2. 4-point game. Fuller. Here's Malachi Davis. Back to Fuller for 3. Wide left, no good. Rebound Quincy Ballard. That's his 10th rebound of the night. And State gets it out to Sean Jones.
LIU has to foul.
Not electing to foul right now.
Yeah, you got to foul. I mean, you're going to let it.
And now a timeout taken by Mississippi State. Well, it was only a 14-second differential in a 2-possession game.
Yeah, you got to foul.
And Mississippi State will take the timeout, 85-81. So if you're the Bulldogs right here, you're just trying to draw something up to get it to Josh Hubbard's hands.
Hubbard or Epps. Yeah, both of those guys are really good free throw shooters, so just something to get the ball into their hands.
Hubbard is 6 for 6 at the free throw line tonight. Epps is 7 for 7.
Yep.
On the season, Epps came in a 73% free throw shooter. And of course, Hubbard, a really good free throw shooter as well at 79%.
Yep.
.29 seconds to play, 14-second differential in the shot clock and the game clock.
Ooh.
Well, dangerous pass back to Hubbard. To Sean Jones, hit with a double team.
Jump ball.
And a jump ball is called. Possession arrow belongs to Mississippi State.
Jump ball.
So 8 on the shot clock. They get it into Masura, who is fouled quickly before he could get it to Epps.
The foul is on LIU's number.
Fuller said, hey, I didn't foul him. I was coming over to get Epps. And no, let me tell you, you want Masura
right,
instead of
yeah,
Epps.
for sure.
And Sergei Matsura will shoot 2. And he misses the first. 20.1 to play. Missed them both.
Wow. All right, you don't have to settle for 3 here. You can go get a quick 2.
Here's Malachi Davis, deep 3. Didn't have to have it. Goings puts it back in with 13 seconds to play, and it's a 2-point game.
The one thing you can't do if you're State is give up an offensive rebound putback.
We have a timeout.
And so Davis took the quick 3 when you really didn't have to have that 3 that early. And as you said, Marcus, got the easy offensive rebound. And Goings with an easy 2.
Yeah, because if State rebounds that basketball, you're going to get fouled, go to the free throw line, and the game's over. But you definitely can't give that up.
So now the Bulldogs.
Now they have to make sure, State has to make sure the ball is in Epps or Hubbard's hands for sure now.
Well, after the made bucket, you can run the baseline. And they put Epps and Hubbard at half court. You would think try to shake both of those guys free.
Yeah, they're going to make their way to the ball at some point.
Sean Jones to inbound. Into Hubbard. Quickly hit with a double team. Gets it out of the double team. And a foul is called on Long Island. They were looking for the jump ball.
That was a dangerous pass by Hubbard.
And now 2 big free throws for Sean Jones.
That was a very dangerous pass by Hubbard. I mean, you can't float passes at this stage of the game because those guys are being aggressive. They're shooting passing lanes, trying to get steals. You got to put some zip on that ball to get it to where you're trying to go.
Sean Jones makes the first free throw. 61% free throw shooter. Trying to make it a 2-possession game with 7.9 to play. And now State's going to take a timeout. So the Bulldogs will take the timeout with 7.9 to play. Try to draw up the defense. If Sean Jones can make the free throw,
2-possession game.
Make it a 2-possession game, pretty much icing.
Yep. But if he doesn't, and I'm sure Coach Jans is telling his, I wonder what his philosophy is. If they were to miss the free throw and they're up 3, do they foul or do they just play it straight out and contest a 3-point shot?
State has 16 fouls. So it's not a situation where you could foul and try to prolong things out and not have to worry about free throws being shot. But a 3-point game.
Right.
The only thing you got to make sure you do is you don't foul a guy in the act of shooting.
The 3. That's correct. But that's why you have to practice that. And I'm sure, you know, every coach in America has a segment that they, if that's their philosophy, that they practice fouling up 3 or not.
It's almost a moot point if Jones can make the free throw. Got it.
2 big free throws by Jones.
Here's Davis, the 3. Long with it. And Matsura foul with .8 to go. And State's going to hold on tonight here at Humphrey Coliseum.
Yep, that'll do it.
Well, and down the stretch again, you think back to Think back to Utah, who went the final 6 minutes without a field goal on Saturday. Long Island has made just one of their last 7 field goals here late in this game.
Yep, and that's the difference in the game.
State got the defensive stops when they had to have it.
Yep, State did a really good job of tightening the screws on defense, and give credit to LIU, though. They came in here and played a tough game.
Monserrat is 1 for 4 at the free throw line tonight. He's got 12 points.
Yeah, he's been a bright spot tonight.
Bulldogs going to climb above the 500 mark and go to 6-5 on the season. And that'll do it. Well, State led by 1 at the half, fell behind by as many as 5 in the second half, and able to win it by 4, 87-83 over Long Island. And Marcus Grant, big win for the Bulldogs. They got guard play tonight, was outstanding. Josh Hubbard, 34 points.
Yeah, Josh, he was Josh Hubbard tonight. You could tell that the ankle wasn't bothering him tonight. He was able to be explosive.